Hello, dear friend, and welcome back to our daily women's devotional, I Am Loved, edited by Carolyn Rathbun Sutton. Today is November 18, and the title of our devotional is Switching Off to Tune In, written by Cynthia Pauline Williams. The Bible verse is found in Isaiah chapter 65, verse 24. Before they call, I will answer. While they are still speaking, I will hear. Cynthia writes, I'm on my commute to work, and as usual, I reach to check my phone, a common, supposedly normal habit. The night before, I recognized that I was spending a lot of time on my phone that could have otherwise been filled by spending time with God. I then prayed for the willpower to spend less time on my phone while commuting and instead pray for myself, my family, and friends, and even strangers I meet. Usually, I would use my phone to check my connecting journey. However, that morning, I already knew which stop I needed to make. Yet, I took my phone out of my bag and wrestled with the idea of unlocking it. At the next stop, an elderly lady came onto the bus. It was obvious that she was contemplating where to sit and finally sat by me, saying, "At least you're not on your phone." That irritates me. Wow, I thought, knowing how close I was to giving in to using my phone. She then initiated small talk conversation, then shared about her health and asked me some questions about myself. As a reserved person, I was taken aback by her openness and felt somewhat uncomfortable talking about myself with a stranger in public. Eventually, I gave up my reservations and was happy to engage in conversation. When she asked me about my family, I told her that they lived in the Caribbean. "I've been to St. Martin," she said. I was so excited when I heard that. I could have kissed her, but instead, I touched my shoulder to hers endearingly, as if we were longtime friends. I told her that I am from St. Martin and often feel homesick. Very rarely do I meet someone who lived in, visited, or even knows about St. Martin. We were both happy to share that in common and had such a lovely conversation that I decided to stay on the bus one stop longer. When I was leaving, she said, "I could talk to you all day." I prayed for her and that I would see her again to share a personal testimony of God's love. I marvel at how quickly God answers when we ask to spend more time with Him and be used for His service. And I wonder how much more can He use me to point others to Him. Would you ask Him to use you today? Cynthia Pauline Williams from St. Martin writes from England, where she is doing a top postgraduate at the University of Leeds. She enjoys testifying of God's goodness with her family and friends. In church, she is involved in youth ministry, music, and communications, her professional field. To be very honest, there are so many opportunities that we miss every single day by being on our phone, by checking our social media, by being on the TV, or even listening to music. Sometimes I just enjoy being in the car in the peace and quiet and just talking to God during my commute, whether it's to the grocery store, doing some errands, or simply just taking a ride. Today, let's try to take those little moments where we're not super busy and just say a little prayer with God. Talk to Him. He's always willing to listen. I hope you're blessed, you enjoyed today's devotional, and I will see you again tomorrow.